All right, welcome back to Voodoo Firearms, and today we are looking at the best concealed carry gun. So, good thing about living in 2025 is there is a ton of great options for slim 9mm concealed carry pistols, and it could get overwhelming pretty fast, but don't worry, we've got our recommendation for the top 5 of what you should be looking at. And these are in no particular order, and all of these are a solid choice, and a lot of it will come down to personal preference. But what we have is the Sig P365X, and this is, they also make an XL model and just a regular P365. So when I'm talking about these guns, there's a lot of different sub-models, but the Sig P365X, M&P Shield Plus, and this is one of my personal favorites. I really like this gun a lot. Then let's see, we got the Springfield Pro, or the Springfield Hellcat Pro OSP. That's a mouthful. Glock 43X, and another personal favorite of mine, which I recommend. And then finally, the Ruger Max 9, which is very popular, and we sell quite a bit of these. Very affordable. So, a lot of this comes down to personal preference. Like I said earlier, they're all very reliable, very good guns. It just kind of depends on what features you're looking for, what feels good in your hand, how they shoot, capacity. But I will say right off the bat, all of these, you can't go wrong if you purchase any of these 5 guns. I stand by all of them. They're very good, and I recommend all of them. And again, a lot of it's personal preference, bells and whistles, how it feels, capacity, holster options. If you want to add a red dot, a lot goes into it. So the best thing you can do is go to the gun store if you want to come in here and feel them. We have all of them in store here, or go to a range and shoot them. That's kind of the best thing to do. But this doesn't matter if you're new to shooting, if you're a beginner, if you're an expert. Some people haven't carried a gun before and they're starting to get into it. And there's a lot of good options out nowadays. So these are great concealed carry guns, and I'm not going to talk about revolvers or any other calibers. These are all 9mm. So that's kind of what I recommend for beginners. All right, so the first one I'm going to talk to you about is the Sig P365X. Now, this one specifically has the optic cut on it. But this is easy to conceal. This is a very easy to conceal gun. It has a nice trigger on it. The barrel's a little bit longer. You get very nice sights. The front is a fiber optic tritium, and the rear is just tritium. So all 3 of these will glow, and that front one's going to be very bright. Capacity on this guy, this is 12 plus 1, so 12 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. Gives you 13 rounds in 9mm. In this small of a package, it's really slim, very comfortable. As you can see, there's nothing really for the pistol to snag on. They've kind of smoothed out the side and the controls here. So perfect for carry. Very reliable gun too. So that's the first one. Also, the optics cut. You could put red dots on there if you want. But you do have your iron sights as now. But it's nice they include that, because in the future, if you ever do want to add a red dot, you have that ability. So this is probably one of the most balanced guns on this list. Hits everything, checks all the stuff I want. Capacity, size, features. So this is a good gun to keep in mind. Again, this is the Sig P365X. All right, next one. How about the Shield? This is one of my favorites. Now, this is an updated model of the M&P Shield. This is the Shield Plus in the optics cut. But they make a standard model without all this fancy stuff that I recommend too. I've been carrying the M&P Shield for almost 10 years now, the original Gen 1. But this is a great gun. This is also 9mm. Now, this one will come with 2 mags. Most of these guns do come with 2 mags. Just keep that in mind. This is 13 plus 1. And then you get a flush fit. But what I like about this shield is the texturing on the grip. It's not too aggressive, not too smooth. They upgraded the trigger. Now, this one doesn't have a thumb safety, but you could get this with a thumb safety if you want. But me, I don't recommend it for concealed carry. I recommend just keeping your finger off the trigger. But if you're carrying a gun, you should keep it loaded and chambered, and it doesn't leave the holster until, you got to do business, which is hopefully never. But yeah, that's the M&P Shield. This also does have the optics cut. Same kind of sights. You got the rear tritium, and then the front fiber optic with tritium with the orange. So that stands out. And yeah, good gun, nice trigger, very reliable, very, very reliable gun. A lot of people overlook Smith & Wesson, but I love them. Yeah, slim, high-vis sights, optics ready, just like the Sig, improved grip texture. And this gun is just ready to go out of the box. A lot of guns will have break-in periods of about 200 rounds, but what I found with the M&P shields, they just run. They run really good. Now, they're not the easiest to rack the slide. They're hard to load the magazines without a speed loader, but hey, that is what it is. The gun works though. So this is another one I definitely recommend, the M&P shield. And then this is the Plus, the fancier one. But yeah, that's that one. Moving on, how about the Springfield? So Springfield people, these are awesome guns, but I've noticed that people that buy Springfields, they either like love their gun and think it's the best gun ever and hate everyone else's gun, or that's really about it. when I see Springfield people, they're real brand loyal. But the Hellcat's awesome. I mean, I love Springfield. I have one of their XD Mod 2 guns, and I have a couple of their 1911s. Never had issues with Springfield. So yeah, this is the Hellcat 9mm Pro, about the same size. Now this one is a 15 round capacity. So in this small of a gun, holding 15 rounds, which is like a standard capacity duty gun, is very impressive. Very, very impressive. This gun is very accurate too. Good trigger on it. Nice positive magazine release. Locks right in. Good texturing on this. And I love these sights. You have the U rear sight with that high-vis tritium fiber optic front sight. Also, another optic cutout here, which is great for adding a red dot. But yeah, a great contender for concealed carry. This small of a package, I mean, you get the capacity, which is insane. 15 plus 1, you have 16 shots of 9mm in a small slimline gun. So yeah, that's the Springfield Hellcat Pro. Nice trigger on it. This has an accessory rail. The Sig does. The Shield does not, but they do make some accessories specific to this gun. Also, the Ruger here does not have an accessory rail, but the Glock does. But yeah, that was the Springfield Hellcat. All right, let's talk about the Ruger. So this is my go-to recommendation. So for somebody that is a beginner and looking for something budget friendly. These are very budget friendly guns, especially for all the features you get packed in. The nice upgraded trigger, you get the high-vis sight, you also get an optic cut right here, and capacity, I think this is 12 plus 1. It doesn't say, but it is 12 plus 1 in this magazine, and then you get a 10 plus 1 mag. So yeah, nice slimline gun, optics ready, 10 or 12. This one is a little snappier. I would say out of all the guns on the table, you will feel the recoil a little bit more on the Ruger Max 9 compared to some of the other ones. And it is noticeable, but it's manageable. Anytime you get a small lightweight gun with a short barrel, you're gonna absorb the recoil somehow. And if the weight of the gun isn't doing it, your wrist is gonna absorb that recoil. But that is something to keep in mind. This one is a little snappy, and well, all of these guns are going to be a little snappy because they're smaller, but this one probably you could feel the recoil the most. But it is light and it is comfortable. Now this one is the only one on our list that has a thumb safety. Some of these other models you can get a thumb safety, but I will say on small carry guns, the safety's hard to manipulate, which on this one, you can manipulate it with inside of your thumb there, no problem. So very easy to manipulate the safety on the Ruger. Very reliable, lifetime warranty, great guns, and very budget friendly. So keep that in mind. All right, and then the final gun on the list, save the best for last. Well, it's the Glock 43X. I love this gun a lot. Now, what I like about this gun is Glocks are known for their reliability. They're not pretty guns, nothing fancy, but they work. They're a workhorse and they go bang. Now, this gun with the factory mags only comes with 10 rounds, but there is an aftermarket company called Shield Arms, and they make 15 round magazines. So you could get the same capacity as you did in the Springfield Hellcat in the Glock 43X if you buy those aftermarket magazines. Very slim. This is just a great gun. This just feels right for me. This just feels right in the hand. And yeah, I like it a lot. It shoots great. It's reliable. And that bonus capacity, that 15 round capacity with the aftermarket mags is awesome. Lightweight. And Glock, I will say all these guns are popular, but Glock probably is the easiest one to find accessories and aftermarket stuff. So keep that in mind. But that's the Glock 43X. Yeah, so that's all of them. And kind of to help you decide, like I said, all these are good guns and you can't go wrong with any of them. Let me try to get them all in the frame so you can see them all. They're all about the same size, same features, pretty much around the same price. You're looking at around, I don't know, $500-600. This one's going to be around $400, so a little bit cheaper for the Ruger. It just depends. Rebates, Smith & Wesson, a lot of times will do good rebates. Same with Springfield. Springfield is actually the lord of the rebates, so keep an eye on for rebates for those. But again, going over the list of how do I choose, capacity versus size. Do you want something that's optic ready or just iron sights? How does the grip feel? How does the trigger feel? And is it reliable? So a couple of my recommendations, I would say if you're on a budget, Ruger Max 9. If you want the best size and capacity, probably the Sig. Let's see here. If you're looking something out of the box that's ready to go, I would say the Shield. If you're looking for something a little more you want to mess around with and add stuff to, the Glock. And then the Springfield, I would say, if you're looking for the highest capacity, a micro compact without buying aftermarket mags. So there's that. Okay, well, thanks for watching. If you guys really want to help out the channel, go ahead and leave a comment, please. And let me know what gun do you like most out of all these. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you want to come out in store and check any of these guns out, we have them all here. And this is Voodoo Firearms in Minooka, Illinois. Thanks for watching.